Okay, gang, here we go. Let's start by taking a quick dimension here of my old canopy. And we see that as inch and a half. Viewing from the left. At 107.5. And here's 109. And 100 up here, looking at the status bar up here. And there's 100. And then, of course, these fellas back here, there's our inch and a half forward for the canopy. So we will now take that skin surface and cut it on out of there. And hit show all. Now, one discussion that I was wondering about was if we want to extend our wood forward and do the blend kind of like that Ultimus, or if we just want to butt the nose block up to the forward bulkhead. And coming on in from our isometric. Ah, you did it again, you goofy thing. Doggone it. Okay, hang on. Don't save. There we go. Okay. Well, we saw that little bit with the canopy, and that is a small change out. And no, I need to skin our fuselage side as far as whether or not we want that wood going forward. Now, coming on in, I have some copies made of angles when I was trying to do some positive, negative swing angles, and these were 5-degree plus and minuses, and I have changed out this guy and reversed all of that. Now let's turn on the convertible, and we'll turn on layer 2, which is information, and then I've got all of the airfoils locked in on their own airfoil type, so I can identify each one of those as I move along. Then going to show all. I don't think that I've done a lot on the 100-incher just yet. And scooching in on this detail is the chord and the locations and so and so. And now here's our wing. and a right click, select all surfaces, and showing those only, we have that skin, we have the bottom and the top, and then we have guide on the outer, and then this little guy is a connector, and on the bottom, and a guide out there on the top. And yet to be constructed is a 2-rail sweep for sweeping our tip. And I think I might go off and print one of those as far as the wingtip goes. Grabbing we'll select all surfaces, and this time we'll hide them. Yep, I gotta find some layering there. I think I've got, oh yeah, I got the airfoils turned off. So by turning on airfoils, you see how each one at its respective spot will turn on. It took a little bit of time to get all those ducts there, but not a problem. And then our root and tip. Whoops. Now we go moving on over to what I have for our tail section is this guy is an entire group with, no it's not an entire group, but as we take a look at, there's some on the construction, that group is on the V-tail 2 meter here. And then looking down here into our woods, let's grab a hold of these groups and we'll rotate, hopefully, there we go. There's a general look of the wood, remembering now that there's a -5 degree on one of these groups. And hiding that. And moving on over. And we'll hide that guy. And viewing from the top, let's go over to the back end here. Let's see. Cyan. Okay, we'll show that only. Okay, there's a triangle stock. Edit, undo, show only. View, trimetric again. And hiding that. Viewing from the top. And then, okay, so here's our triangle stocks coming on in, top and bottom, and of course we're going to taper those to an intersect and then undo hide. You see how I've gotten the wood to butt up all the way over there, and then we have a small transition that comes along where it meets up to the bulkhead flush for a corner-to-corner joint, and then it kind of expands from the corner-to-corner joint out to a touching material condition out there. And where I am is the part is on the 100-inch tail. And we also had, what did we have here? We had a part, point, and a line. Okay, so the part showing that only. Oh, okay. View, isometric, and then we zoom all the way back here, and we take a look at these lines here. 201, 374, small thing to change. Line 201 and a half. 1.5. So I need to move our stuff forward there also, because this bulkhead, being what I call my master, that's the second one in the line, isn't it? 209. Yeah, because this guy is at 10. Okay, so you kind of see where I am. And now, let's go back to the wing. Oh, yes, I remember. I need to collect all of our rib locations, and as I had done for this group here, and showing all, you see this extrude here, this translate showing that only, being our rib locations on the flat, is going to be our intersect. And let's select all solids, and we'll go hide, and select all surfaces, and we'll go all hide. Now the only thing left behind now is groups. So like this being a group is why that's being shown there. And then let's say, whoops, wrong way, clumsy thumbs. Now one of the other items I was looking at was looking at an extension for a print, for 3D printing, would be to have our control horn and then an extension that would lock into our rib to assist in torque factors and mechanical advantages and things like that. And. So now I will select that, showing those only, and we'll hide, and hide, and hide, and view left side, zoom on in. Here we have our outer ribs and our, excuse me, I said the wrong word. Our outer dimensions and our inner ribs, viewing from isometric. So now all I have to do there is to group and set the whatever notches off, and that would be our rib sets. Now we know that on the outside we have Y257, Y0. Well, close enough, huh? And let's see what that says. There we go. 16 thou for just because it's a 3-digit offset on the dimensions there. So I would be able to export those and get the 2-meter tail ready for laser files right now. And then I'll do the same thing returning to showing all. So I'll be running that extrude point and then slicing up our rib locations and then grouping and doing all that offsetting and all that kind of thing. It'll take a little bit of time, but that's where we are. And then from that, let's take a look at the real deal. And endpoint to endpoint, I'll call it there. We have 10.5 inches, so and so. And then here we would have from there to there. We have our 9 inches. So yes, everything there is fine. I'll use this as a copy rotator for moving on over to the 100 inches. And of course, looking at these datas here, and so and so and so and so, and these being equal and equal, and structure points, and lots of details for Cadify and verify and. So there we are. Torment you all later.